Savage.
What's up, y'all? You know what time it is? It's about to be that time.
All right, what's up, guys? Yep, seeing a lot of Randy late in the chat. I'm excited for this. 1023, people. Oh, a lot of people have been saying that this is a banger. So I'm excited about that. I mean, that's about all I know here. And got Zethi saying, "Hey, Randy, first time catching live. Happy to have you here." Just a heads up. Next week, I'm going on a little beach trip. So I'm gonna make the stream a little earlier. Thinking 10 a.m., maybe 9 a.m. It's gonna be Mars's first time at a beach. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna leave a little later that day, but we're still about this One Piece life, so that never ends. Still got to read the chapter. All right, guys. Let's get into it. Whew. Wait, before we get into it, let's see. We for the early spoilers that I gave, I was saying that this was going to be a Sanji and Zoro focused chapter, so we'll see if that happens. I said we could probably see King's Hybrid, maybe. Izo and Kawamatsu are on their way to the live floor. Maybe we'll get some stuff with them. What else did I say? Maybe Neko and Parasparrow? I don't know. What do I want? Inuarashi versus Jack? I don't think I'm going to get it. It's definitely some Sanji versus Queen, Zoro versus King type action. Hopefully a tag team battle. I'm excited either way to get into it. And going over to OnePieceChapters.com. The chapter title, Two Peas in a Pod. Ooh, look at this. Okay. Now this is interesting. This color spread here. So, from what I understand, this spread should be a something that we can stitch together over the next 3 chapters, and it'll create a the top 50 of the world top 100 popularity poll that we did. We had the chance to vote in every day. This is really cool. Putting front and center, which is what tells me that this is definitely something that's stitched across. We've seen this before, by the way. I don't remember the chapter title or anything like that, but there was a spread that was like very wide and had like all of the villains and all of that. I remember because it had Bellamy in the middle. We got Kiku looking cool, Hiyori in the back, Odin looking like a Chad. Moria cracked the top 50? I don't remember that. But Law and Katakuri looking great. We're gonna get is Pudding holding? Oh no, she's holding film. It looked like she was holding like a sickle. Oh man. All right. Puhiaki says Kaido, Big Mom, Kuma, and Moria in the spread, they were not top 50. So maybe this is top 100, because I know that Kaido was like number 69 or something like that. You're right. That's interesting. Oda is flexing. Either way, 2 peas in a pod. We got the Queen on the cover. See those VVs in the chat? Karu gets jealous of a flock of sparrows singing with Vivi. Oh, yeah. All right. 10 out of 10 already. All right. I got the OST going. All right. I'm expecting some heat on feet, people. I'm expecting some heat on feet. Standing shoulder to shoulder. Zoro-juro is back in action. Go get him, Sengoro-san. Yeah, Geezer Chopper, he's happy that it healed Zoro. He's afraid to think about what'll happen after. Alright. Yeah, look at those VVs in the chat. There we go. Love to see it. Love to see it. Got King and Queen already on their backs. We got these loyalists that have not turned tail. One of them aiming at Zoro. Oda is really loving this reticle thing. You know, we saw this all the way back in, what was it, 909, 910, when Luffy gets lands in Wano. We just saw it last chapter with Perospero. So this is interesting. And then we got my boy Kawamatsu finally making it to the stage. Figured this was going to happen. So that's cool. That's cool. They can help take out these fodder then, I guess. I got the boy Hyogoro here. Alright, so it looks like the samurai are going to be the equivalent of the gifters upstairs for Frankie's fight and Jinbei's fight. They're going to keep everybody from interfering with Sanji and Zoro versus King and Queen. Alright. Just look at the expressions on their faces. We would only get in their way. Oh, again, a little Marco flashback. Thinking back to the goat. Said I thought Mary Jo was only Mary Jo was above the red line. He said, I'm talking about the distant past. Back then, God's land was up there. All right.
Savage.
All right, we got Izo. So I'm on the next page with Izo. Oh. See, you know, I said last chapter, right? I was like, you know, I really wonder if Marco's got future sight. Because he sat there and he was just like, you know, it seemed like he could see into the future and knew that Zoro was going to bust out of the pack. Which, by the way, Zoro's not packed up anymore, so I should really, like, stop letting the figure be packed up. Alright. But here he says, I knew you'd have my back. Which, you know, I'm reaching. But, you know, seems like it. Izo, do you believe in God? Starting to sound like Pops did when he was drunk. Okay. Alright, Queen and King are back up. Alright, next page. Queen's firing some lasers. It's just since my second time using the raid suit, I've been feeling kind of off. Okay, so I was looking really deep into this being the raid suit did something to him. But this is he's still hurting from King, like, penetrating him. That's what it seems like. Or maybe not. My body just feels a little odd. My body feels a little... Well, you do have weird eyebrows. Yo, Zoro with the savagery. Let's go.
Savage.
Whoop. Now we're even.
Bro, look, he got the heat on feet, bro.
It's there. Heat on feet. It's there. Oh, it is there. Heat on feet, baby. Let's go. Ooh. I remember now. All of Judge's brats are enhanced. That bastard's crazy. That burning leg of yours is some kind of augmentation, right? Let's go. Let's go. Don't debunk this, Oda. I've been saying this. I have been saying this, that just like Niji has electricity, Sanji has fire. Give it to him. This man is an enhanced human. Don't take this away from me. Hate to break it to you, but I'm a regular human, unlike my siblings. I don't believe it. Ooh. What kind of human can burst into flames? It's not like you're a Lunarian. A Lunarian. Is that King's race? Is King part of the Moon people? Well, lunar, moon. We know that there are Moon people. So can the people on the Moon that are hanging out with Enel burst into flames? Uh-huh. All right. Interesting. It's possible because my passions burn hotter than any flame ever could. Yeah. You're definitely an enhanced human, bro. It's okay. They're so advanced, even Vegapunk can't match them. Queen's talking about his enhancements. He looks ridiculous. But I'm also loving this... Sanji, like, he almost looks like a Wan Yudo there, spinning around. But since he did it again, you know, we don't have... It's not very often we get the opportunity to spam this, people.
Bro, look, he got the heat on feet, bro.
Bro, look. He's got the heat on feet, bro. He's got it. Next page. Don't get distracted, you mummy. Alright. That blade. Wait a second. What did King do here? Did he just, like, punch him or hit him with a Shigan or something, and then that just, like, made Zoro drop his swords? Oh, he's got some spikes on his hand. That's interesting. Gimp magic. I never understood why anyone would stick to traditional forms and techniques in a real battle. I don't think he's only talking about battle based on his outfit. Yeah, I'll give myself that. Let's see.
Savage.
Okay. Next page. Ooh. Shimotsky. In the background here, right, I see it too. It's peculiar. He might be a foreign pirate, but he reminds me so much of the former daimyo of Ringo when he was young. We're getting that lore, people. We're getting it. He and Shimotsuki Ushimaru are like two peas in a pod. Two peas in a pod. I thought that was going to be relating to Sanji and Zoro, which, I mean, I guess it's a double entendre here. Right down to their sword handling. It's uncanny. You know, there's things about people that, never met their parents, but then someone who knew their parents says something like, hey, you walk like your mother, you walk like your father, or something like that. That could be something that Oda's drawing to here. Okay. Ushimaru was a fantastic swordsman, a direct descendant of the god of the blade, Ryuma. And this young man was the one to finally return Shusui to Wano. It must be fate or something. Another instance of fate in the story. After all, Ryuma was a one-eyed samurai. Oh boy. Oh boy. If you don't like Chosen One prophecies, you're not going to like this. He's chosen. Ooh. 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 Next page. Oda, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Jack versus Inuarashi. This is what I wanted. All right. No need to draw this out. I've already forgiven you for lying to me about the samurai. Your country's already paid the price for sheltering him. Is this Hybrid Jack? This looks like Hybrid Jack. Yeah. Hybrid Jack, people. Okay, next page. Inuarashi is flipping this man downstairs. Is he sending him to the live floor? Because that's something. Flashback to Zoe. Oh. He threw this man outside. He threw this man outside. It's about to be Catch Me Outside with Nekomamashi again, isn't it? Let's see. Oh no, they're not. Maybe they're not outside. But either way, Inuarashi just went Sulong. Our millennia-old city was razed to the ground, but the dawn of the world is finally upon us. We don't care if we have to lay down our lives to usher it in. Inuarashi is prepared to die. Next page. Front entrance. The real outside. Perospero and Nekomamashi. Oda, stop watching the channel. I want to get surprised. Without Pedro, Luffy and the others would have never made it here. The raid would have failed for sure. Saying all Morge needs to do is go back in time and erase Pedro from the story, and the raid will fail. There you have it. Aha! Look, it's Carrot. Carrot has appeared. Alright, Carrot fans eating. Full moon's beautiful tonight. Pedro, just pour yourself a drink and watch. So long for him. It's the last moon you will ever see. Big tongue. Don't kill my boy Perospero, though. Don't do it. He's too good. Ah, next page. Now this is the fun thing. Yeah, I just saw the W's in the chat. I guess I might as well hit this.
Another.
Now this is the interesting thing here. I didn't expect to go back to Raizo and Fukurokuju, but I'm happy for it. Let's go. I love things I don't expect. Look at this roll power happening here. You ghosts are a joke. Odin is dead, and you now serve a glorified child. Alright. Everyone needs time to mature, foreshadowing that Momo is trying to skip that maturity. Wano itself will shape Momonosuke's growth. We won't let you take that hope away. Well, he's trying to take it away from himself. Oh boy. Why is he here? Why is Kaido here? Do we even stand a chance? They are definitely not talking about Kaido. I'm going to go to the next page, and it's going to be a gigantic Momonosuke. Oh boy. Oda did it. Hello, darkness, my old friend. And I've come to talk with you again. Alright. Momo! What, the kid that was just here? How in the world? I followed Momonosuke's orders. I aged him until he was 28 years old. Alright. Didn't know you could do that. Why are you crying, though? Because Momonosuke, you look just like Odin. Okay. Momo's looking fierce. Shout out to the boy. Oda did it. I actually really do love the panel of giant Momo looking at Luffy. It's pretty iconic imagery there. And I love the way that this was colored. Am I entirely happy about the development? No. But it's Oda's story, so of course I'll go along with it. And as I've said before, there are positives to it. I'm just not the biggest fan of it. Because I want Momo to earn everything as a child. But he'll get aged back down by Bonnie. Or something. Man. This is wild. What a chapter. Okay. Alright. Alright. I'm coming over to the chat, people. Let's talk about all of this. Let's talk about the savagery. Let's talk about the heat on feet. Which, by the way, the merch store is still open. Alright, for the next 7 days, you get 15% off. That was like the deal that they gave when I opened the store. I do have a new certified drip for everybody, for people that want something a little more One Piece related. So I'll share that with you guys real quick. This week's certified drip. We're not going to have shirts every week, but you know, as I'm starting the store, we can do this. I love One Piece shirts, but the heart is the Opie Opie no Mi.
Certified drip.
Comes in white text, black text. Every shirt has different colors and all of that. Look, there's a yellow one for Law. Yeah, that's some certified drip right there. You know, this is a play on the, you know, the I Love New York shirts. We still got the heat on feet. Still got the Savages. It's still extremely certified. I want to thank everybody that has already bought merch, because we've had over 60, almost 70 sales in the store, which tells me that I'm making stuff that people want to wear, and that's cool. So I'll make more stuff. More certified drip.
Certified drip.
All right, let's get into these. Let's get into the chat here, and
Savage.
Oh man, I just went back to the chat and it's like loading everything everybody was saying. I can't even scroll it yet. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Maxo super chatted. Thank you, but the message was deleted. I don't know what it said. Guessing that was a mistake. Maxo, just comment again, and I'll look for it and I'll read it. Let's see. Ryo, my man said chapter of the year. Well, of course, you got your girl Carrot back. Which I said could be a possibility this chapter as well. You know, with Nekomamushi coming outside, I figured Carrot, you know, Carrot could get revenge. I mean, it's only right. I still don't think the Nekomamushi's going to die, but I want to see an Inuarashi die. I want that. I just want that gravitas. Junior Taro now a member. Thank you for joining. FW14, Afrifa. Check out Imperishable Night, video game about Lunarians, a race of technologically advanced people who came to Earth from the moon and are the originators of most powers on their Earth. Imperishable Night. That's interesting. I am going to check that out. You know, there's a popular theory out there that's been around for a very long time. I forget the game. Maybe someone in the chat remembers, but there's a video game out there where it seems very. It's kind of like Oda. You know, you got some inspiration from this, didn't you? All of the warlords, their powers, their style, their aesthetic, and all of that was in this Japanese game. I can't remember the name of it, but I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, that's something that Oda's pulling from here. Wow, they're really called Lunarians? Technologically advanced people? It's interesting. Enigma Sword. Meme theory from Discord. Zoro mistakes Momo for Kaido and accidentally kills him. That way Zoro stands finally get their ZKK. Zoro kills Kosuke. Yeah, well, Zoro kills King right now. That's what we're going on. That's funny though. That's funny. Let's see. Terry Martin. Zoro, if you are the son of a swordsman and you never meet your dad, Do you have an inherent advantage over people practicing swordsmanship? I mean, I think that some would believe that. You know, you see this all the time with people that have professions, and then their offspring, you know, takes over their profession, and if they're natural to it, someone will always say, well, you know, you get that from, you know, your mother, you get that from your father, all of that. There isn't really like I mean, as far as studies go, I don't think that there's like a scientific predisposition to anything motor related, you know, with children and all of that. Like, you know, I don't expect Mars to grow up and instantly know how to write or make movies or things like that. But for the sake of media, yeah, I think it works. James Saturno. Do we think Zoro was maybe displaced by the Kurozumi attempt to kill all the daimyos? Well, does the timeline for that check out? Zoro's 21, 20 years ago. I mean, I don't think it would be a situation where Zoro was born in Wano. I think it would be whoever left Wano and went to Shimotsuki Village, maybe, or potentially. I mean, I don't know. It's so up in the air. We just need more information. But I mean, I feel like this is like Oda basically saying, like, yeah, there is a tie. There is a definitive tie between the Shimotsuki clan and Zoro, making that fight between Ryuma and Zoro and Thriller Bark hit harder when we go back there after we learn more about it. Very Motivated said, do we think that Sanji may have some Lunarian lineage factor from his mother's side that was possibly kept intact by her efforts to protect her kids? So my, you know, tinfoil thing and everything is that Sanji is an enhanced human. Like, I've always felt this since we learned about them, all the way back in Whole Cake, and they wanted to say he was a failure. No, he was a failure because he retained his emotions, but as far as, like, elemental properties and strength and all of that, yeah, his passion and all of that and his kindness and everything, like, feeds into why he is stronger than his siblings. But, you know, he can ignite his foot without spinning it anymore. So there's something here. There's something here. Now, with Sora having Lunarian lineage or something like that, now that's interesting, but we'll have to actually see what King looks like under his gimp mask to understand if he does look human, and then it's, you know, it's viable that Sora could have been like a Lunarian as well. But if he has, like, you know, a beak or something, or he looks like those guys on the moon, then, you know, that's going to be different. Because once you say Lunarian, I'm instantly, like, I'm thinking of the Enel cover story, and I'm thinking of the people that were on the moon. Now, they all had strange body shapes as well, which don't necessarily tie into King. But so we'll have to see. We'll have to see about all of that. But I love the name. But I really do think that he got some sort of Lunarian lineage factor. Dumb Diesel said the chapter has the biggest pre-time skip vibes in a long time. I'd say the past couple of chapters have had pre-time skip vibes. And this is the thing, though, right? Because the problem with why we think things don't have pre-time skip vibes is that the story has been so Kozuki clan, Akazaya, you know, samurai focused since Punk Hazard. So here we're finally, like, getting fights with the Strats, which we have not really been getting. We got some in Dressrosa, but it's just, you know, and Whole Cake didn't have anything to do with the Koski clan, but it still sort of felt different. Here, you know, we have the Straw Hats all working together and things like that, and even this chapter itself was very Koski centered, except for like the beginning with Zoro and Sanji. But the Zoro and Sanji elements and everything, that's where the nostalgic element is coming from. That's where we're sitting here and we're like, oh man, wow, like this is, you know, I am being transported back to chapter 310 with the groggy ring and all of this. I am being transported back to Eni's lobby with all of the matchups and everything going on. You know, I was getting pre-time skip vibes with all of the Robin stuff. So Brandon King said maybe God's Land was where the elementals lived. Yeah, I do believe that's the implication with the with what Marco and Whitebeard are talking about. So it's like the elementals lived there, since this was the distant past before Marijoa. It means that the world government went up there, probably enslaved these people, forced them to maybe even build Marijoa, farmed them for their lineage factors and all of this kind of stuff, you know, and might have been a key component of devil fruits and all types of craziness. Chrissy was in the chat. I'm seeing everybody. I'm at the part of the chat where everybody's talking about the merch that I showed. There's a great one. Jen said Law Agenda Certified Drip. Yep. A lot of people saying that it was certified drip. Let's see. Sethy said, does it ship to the UK? Yeah, so all of the merch, I picked Spreadshop because it does ship internationally. And anybody that has ordered merch, I did get the notification that most of the orders have already shipped. My stuff is also shipped, so I think by the next stream, I'm going to be able to rock either a Savage or a Heat on Feet shirt, you know, because I've got mine. I'm going to get my Heart OP shirt as well. Red Hawk said, do you think we'll see Jewelry Bonnie, the Revolutionary Army, Vivi, oh, this is a long one, Vivi Wakuma's Devil Fruit, Sabo, and Hancock at the end of the arc, because they all have 3 angles on what happened at the Reverie. So, the Revolutionary Army does have a stake in Wano, and I do want to see them show up. Vivi will return to the Straw Hats prior to Elbaf, probably at the end of the arc, whether she is with the Revolutionary Army or if she's with the Grand Fleet. She's coming back. If she does get Kuma's fruit, which has been, you know, highly speculated for years because of the 2-9 theory, then she can send herself to Wano. But I don't. That's. I mean, I don't want to say it's not possible, but I think it's the least likely scenario. Hancock is going to get captured by Kobe or whoever's with Kobe. Sabo should come to Wano. Jewelry Bonnie, the Straw Hats will meet her at some point when it is necessary in the story to de-age Momonosuke. Chrissy said she's indifferent to grown-up Momo. Chrissy said she likes him as the never-ending story dragon, though. Oh, man. Momo is definitely going to shake Kaido to his core. If he looks like Odin and he shows up, that's going to be a key component of how Kaido's going to get defeated, because he's going to... Yeah, Nerd Culture. I was literally about to say this, and then I see this in the chat. Nerd Culture said, can't wait for the Kaido and L face. Yeah, exactly. Maxo just said, yo, I just got my merch.
Certified drip.
Savage.
Hamad said, Sanji getting his next upgrade soon. Yeah, I'm very curious about all of the stuff that... about him saying how he feels weird with the raid suit. Now, tinfoil and all that, because we were talking about all this lineage factor stuff, I wonder if the suit itself does have some sort of properties that enhances lineage factor, right? So those dormant lineage factor cells inside of him and all of that could be awakening. You know, I don't know if Oda wants to go that route, but you know, like that's an in-universe way to get out of some of this stuff, right? That his body feels weird because he's feeling the actual enhancements. And Oda wouldn't put all of this stuff about enhancements and that all of the kids were enhanced and have Queen bring it up if that's not the way that Oda's about to go with the story. Zoro's still going to end up being stronger than Sanji and all that, even with his, enhancements and all of that. Because that's his goal. He wants to be strong. He wants to be the strongest. Sanji doesn't care about that. He's just a cook. But he wants to protect his crew, and they are the wings of the crew. Look at them. They are holding, just like when they're holding up Tactics 15. That's the way they're holding up Luffy. Eva Warrior said, Romancing Saga 2. Yeah, that was the game. That was the game I was talking about earlier with the inspirations for the 7 Warlords. Wheezy Bird said, 2 more chapters till the end of volume 101. Now that's interesting. That's interesting because we know that that's going to be the last volume that completes that triple thing, right? And it's also interesting because 2 more chapters will also complete this triple spread. Oda's got it all planned. He's got it all planned. The next 3 chapters, we're going to be able to put together the giant's spread of all the characters, the color spread. It's going to end the volume, which is the triple volume. Oh, wow. 10:25. Well, now everybody's going to be talking about 10:25 being the end of the act. Something's going to happen at the end of 10:25. That's for sure. Toilet Tube said the Odin stuff is bait. Momo will look like Kaido. His other daddy. Yeah. I doubt that. He's going to look like Odin, except he's just going to have Momonosuke's hair. Mr. Venator said Sanji's a late bloomer, that's all. Yep. Renegade Visions asked, what race, fighting style, devil fruit, and faction would you have if you were in the world of One Piece? I think my faction would either be Revolutionary Army or Pirate. Fighting style, I guess I'll take Sanji's. Devil fruit. Either Kuzans or Laws, maybe? I don't know, I'd have to think about that. And I'd be human. I'd pick Laws because he can kind of teleport a little bit. And that would be handy. Or Robins? I don't know. So many good fruits. Marco said Momo looks like a Orochi. No. Ozzy Phenom said, missed super chat. Let me find it. Gallant Warrior said, first time in a while that a chapter drops on my birthday and it's this good. What a gift.
Savage.
Happy birthday, Gallant Warrior. What a chapter indeed. My last birthday chapter was... it was like 994. Let's see. Ozzy Phenom. Ushimaru died 20 years ago. Zoro's 21. Maybe Zoro left Wano with someone as a baby. Son of Ushimaru might... Ooh, we're connecting timelines. Ushimaru died 20 years ago. That's Zoro's daddy right there. That's his papa. And then someone who knew that the Shimotsuki village was set up. Oh man, you know, that really ties things together, right? So you have someone that was close to the Shimotsuki clan and managed to get off of Wano, right, with Zoro, because he's the heir to the Shimotsuki name. And it could be the mother. The mother could be a Roanoa or whatever, and the mother goes, maybe she dies on the way to getting to Shimotsuki village in the East Blue, because they know that was where they were going to settle and all of that. And it also gives credence to why Koshiro gives Zoro the Wado Ichimonji, because he is the heir apparent to the Shimotsuki clan. Now, why they would keep that from Zoro and let him grow up without, knowing that or thinking that, that's the thing that I want Oda to tell us. Monica P says, yeah, but they left 50 years ago. Right. So, I mean, then someone would know that they left, and then that's where they would bring Zoro. That's the only way that it kind of works for me, if we're going with the whole thing that Ushimaru is Zoro's dad. Fahad said, do I think Momo's going to finish Kaido off? No, but I think that he'll be a part of that that final thing, because he'll, if he manages to transform and then look like Odin or whatever, it might make Kaido hesitate long enough for Luffy or the 9 shadows or whatever, and Momonosuke could realistically be one of those 9 shadows, and be essentially a part of what takes Kaido down. Still waiting for Kaido to get to the live floor and start messing some stuff up. So let's see here. Very Motivated said, I got my tie-dye Heat on Feet shirt and my Savage hoodie yesterday. The inside of the hoodie is so soft, it's awesome.
Certified drip.
That's awesome. I haven't gotten mine yet, so I can't attest to the quality, but I trust you, Barry, and I'm glad. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah. Ashraf said the Lunarians could be a light that got extinguished. Yep, that's we talked about that last week. SM Tassine said Sawyer's theory of King being from Nika's race came true. Well, I mean, there's not necessarily a confirmation that Nika is a Lunarian, though. I don't see how that's, that they've come true. Is it possible? Yeah. But there was nothing in this chapter that confirmed that, to me at least. One Pink Dingus said this chapter was nuts, so much content. Yeah.
Savage.
Maxo said, giving the super chat another shot. I think Sanji's raid suit kick-started his Germa durability. My guy. Yeah. I don't know what happened with the last super chat, and I saw Lucy B in the chat saying that she doesn't even know what happened. But I think you're 100% on that, and I was just talking about that a little bit ago, where I think that I was talking about it from the perspective of enhancing his like lineage stuff and like maybe making his fire stronger, but the idea of it enhancing his durability, because that's part of it as well, right? I think you're on the money there. This man's armament, and he's going to be walking around with a natural-born Tekai. I'm ready for it. It's my goat. Let's get him. Let's get him going. Aria Man Luffy sent a sticker. Thank you.
Savage.
Let's see. Diz of the Ghost. Every page this chapter was Oda flexing I'm built different. Perfect chapter. Also, Brago's having a group discussion on Sunday at 6ish. Love to see you there. Sunday's going to be tough for me. But, I mean, anytime that Brago wants me to be part of a discussion or whatever, I'm down. But this Sunday, I'm going to be busy. So it's not really going to work out for me this Sunday. But I wish. There's a lot to talk about. Yeah, Oda was definitely flexing this chapter, and he is built different. This chapter was... I love the chapters where he just, he changes the momentum and all that. And the art on the last page, even though I'm not, I've never been team Momo, as an adult, Oda did go crazy with the drawing of it. And the thing is, like, I'm never going to let agenda get in the way of the story. So, that's the way Oda wants to go about it, and I love it. That's it. James Halig, thank you for the super chat. There was no text there, but if you say something in the chat, I'll try and find it. Steve Schoenbach said, the shadows on the ground will end up mirroring shadows of Odin and others that have already died, and this is what Kaido will see before the smoke clears. Potentially. I'm still game that it's going to be like Enel's game, and Kaido's going to come to the live floor, and he's going to wreck house until there's only 9 people left, and then those 9 people are going to be the ones that are responsible for taking him down, with Luffy handling the final punch. And whether it's not the live floor or whatever, I just think that at the end of all of this, there's only going to be 9 people left. Fable said, I love these straw hats so much. Put me in a good mood right away. I'm in a great mood. We had some heat on feet. Sanji was doing stuff. Zoro was doing stuff. Got a little taste of Inuarashi versus Jack. Some more death flags for Inuarashi. Parasparrow. Neko. The art on that Momo panel. Honestly, some good stuff can come out of this Momo thing, right? Because there'll be good jokes. Because he'll be physically 28, mentally 8. So Oda will flex that way. We'll see. He's still joining the crew. Tom is still joining. He'll get aged down. The apprentice theory isn't out yet. It's not out of the woods. Let's see.
Savage.
Harry J said, Randy, do you think the Scabbards will attack Momo since they've already been fooled by an Odin lookalike? Maybe. Certainly not in his dragon form because he's pink. So. Red Phoenix said, where do I get the Tactics 15 shirt? Couldn't find it in the merch store. So that's not actually, this is I did not design this. You can get this Tactics 15 shirt on Redbubble. Juan Villa said was debating the Savage merch, definitely getting the new One Piece shirt. Awesome. Certified drip. Phased, my guy, thank you. Is it possible that the Skypiea arc is a smaller scale of what occurred in the Void period and the changes to come? Lunarians and other races equal the Shandians, Ancient Kingdom equals Skypeans, World Government and the Navy equals Enel and the Four Priests. It's possible, yeah, because, and I'll tell you, before I even get into the specifics of why it's possible, it's mostly possible because Oda reuses his storylines, right? He'll take elements of different things and invert them, and he'll use them later or whatever, and he'll flip them a little bit. But yeah, I mean, I could see the Void Century being like, what if Enel won, right? So if Raigo came down, you know, something like that, and like actually did obliterate and did that massive cleansing. So sure. Either way, I truly believe that the Void history, like, and the thing that is trying to be hidden at the core of it all is that massive cleansing. And they were restarting the world in their own image. And the poneglyphs are the text saying, we were here. There were other people. It was not always the world government in power.
Savage.
James Halleck, with King almost being confirmed as a Lunarian, and Sanji being related some way with this chapter, what's your thoughts on King switching sides? That would be a huge twist. I don't know if I see it right now, but if I think about my theory of how Queen and King came into play with Kaido, right? Which, if you've seen my Kaido and Rocks theory and all of that, I talked about it for a bit, is that, you know, it's very possible, especially with Queen, that while Kaido was being operated on, he told Queen something about the past, the Void history, something along those lines, Joy Boy, everything like that, that made Queen say, I'm done working with Vegapunk and I'm going to follow you because you understand what needs to get done. A similar thing could have happened with King. He's got sort of an impelled down vibe to him and all of this, or, you know, some sort of a guard. It's very possible that one of the times that Kaido was captured, not an impelled down because we would know that he escaped, but somewhere else, maybe at Marijoa, which would make sense if King was actually like an enslaved Lunarian, which I'm just thinking about now, or was forced to be a guard as a Lunarian and was in charge of Kaido, and then Kaido coerced him into like, hey, why don't we get out of here, right? But if King was able to see Luffy as like, if it is all predicated on the idea of Joy Boy and the end game and all of this or whatever, once people see that Kaido isn't that guy, That he's not that dude, right? But Luffy is. The Tobi Roppo, King, Queen, sure, they all could turn. And while I do fully believe that members of the Tobi Roppo will turn, I'm iffy on King. There's been nothing in the story yet to give me the impression that King's allegiance is not full-blown. But it's an interesting thought. Let's see. Missed some super chats. I'm heading to them now. Chin said Parasparrow can eat grass now. Ugh. Oh, man. Maxo said, I really hope Momo isn't, like, strong now. Yeah, I'm hoping that, too. Strength needs to be earned. In his dragon form, sure, I could get by and believe that. But when he is a human, he really should be scrawny. Fable said, you're really expecting Momo to still be on the crew after this? I'm surprised. Yeah, there's still no indication that that he wouldn't. Could he stay? Be the mentally young Shogun of Wano? Sure. But I think that at the end of it, they're going to want to try and find a way to de-age Momo. And maybe someone knows about Bonnie and thinks that, hey, maybe we could use that. And then they are actually looking for Bonnie. Or they read something about the Reverie. They know that Bonnie was there. And then someone says, like, oh, yeah, maybe Kid or Law know about her power. Or Zoro remembers, right? Because Zoro got attacked by Bonnie, you know, and saved by Bonnie. She turned into a child and then, you know, regrew herself. So there's an element there. Monir Saman said, always wondered about Kaido's horns. Maybe they are because of his fruit and appear in his human form. Will Momo's human form get his own now? So I think that Kaido's horns are based on the fact that I believe that he's descended from the ancient Oni race, like Ors and Ors Jr., and that's why he has horns. And I think that that's also why he thinks that Wano is special, because I think that originally Wano was probably home, or at least Onigashima and all of that were home to the ancient Oni race. They were called the Continent Pullers. Wano looks like it's a bunch of islands that were stitched together, so it could have been, you know, pulling the islands, stitched them together, and Kaido thinks that Wano is his own birthright because of his people. It also ties into why Ors Jr., you know, was in Wano, why Ace made the Amigasa hat for him. There's a lot there. I do not think that Momo's human form will have horns. Chin said Yamato seeing Momo will be confused. Yeah, and it's interesting too, because if Yamato sees Momonosuke as now Odin, right? Yamato won't need to be Odin anymore because Momo is Odin. So Yamato can be Yamato. Development. I like it. Ryo said, any thoughts on God's Land and possible connection to God Valley, the D, the moon, etc.? It's possible that whoever was the head of the ancient kingdom was thought to be God of the world. Maybe. Just throwing out ideas. I'm thinking about things now, but it would imply that ages ago, prior to the Void Century, there was a god. There was someone that was called God. Thought to be God, believed to be God, and the world government decided that they wanted to defy God. Emu, whatever, the ancient Egypt mythology and all of that ties into it, and that, he's really a vessel for like Imhotep, who was a vizier to, the pharaoh, and the pharaohs were thought to be gods and deities and all of that. So if Emu was alive during this time period and all of that, like so many theorize, he could have backstabbed God, showed that God could be destroyed, that God was man, and then rebuilt the world in his own image, and then hid himself and his image from the world. But certain clans, certain islands, certain people made an alliance, wrote it on stone, said, "We are here. This is what happened. This is our story." And left that story all in one place. Mark Creasy said, "Just supporting my G. About to head into work. We'll check the VOD later. This chapter was incredible. All caps. Big facts. Top 5 of the year for me."
Bro, look, you got the heat on feet, bro.
I appreciate you, man. Yeah, this one was great. This one was great. I really loved it. It's definitely top 10. It's definitely top 10. Let's see. Realmo1. Randy, what do you think about the Viver cards revealing important info? I would prefer it to be in the actual text, but to have these companion pieces, is fine. None of us in the chat are casual fans of the series. So we all pay attention, when the Viver cards come out, We all know things like Blackbeard's ship is the Saber Zebek, and we can sit here and theorize on it. That's the that's the whole point here. Shout out to the almost 500 people in the chat. Appreciate you being here. If you like the content, subscribe, like the chat, like the stream, all of that. Enigma Sword said, "Only 27 more years till Act 3 tragedy, guys." It's a quote from the chat. It's possible. It's possible. 27 more years of Wano, I'm here for it. Let's go. Conrad said, "My headcanon is Momo's going to go confident into the Kaido fight, lose. Then Luffy will tell him what Sanji told Usopp, and say, 'You do what I can,' and then Momo will hold up Onigashima instead." Potentially. Yeah, I mean, Momo's going to hold up Onigashima. That's just... The second that was brought up after, in the 997 stream, I was like, yes. Yes. Absolutely, yes. More than anything else, yes. It's happening. I want that conversation between Kaido and Momo, though. Where, I say it all the time, where he's like, you didn't earn any of this. You didn't even earn my fruit. You didn't even earn your age. Maxo said, I really don't want the Bonnie thing to happen even more than Momo getting aged up. I think Momo deserves to have his childhood. You know, hang out with the Straw Hats for a little bit, go to Laugh Tale, everything, come back, and, you know, live his life. Let's see. Loggy Doggy said Kuma holding a Bible definitely connects to this whole God thing. Yeah. You know, and it's... You know, I was working on a video called, you know, just like religion in One Piece after the whole Nika thing, but I'm glad that I've waited because, you know, there's like more stuff to come from it. And especially this chapter, that there was a definitive God. Yeah. Ryo said, Randy Troy, where is Wano in your top 10? If it's in my top 10, it's towards the bottom. And that may change when it's over, but I can't reasonably put this in my top 5 or anything like that until it's over. I don't like to judge an arc until it's over. And, like, I like Wano. I'm having a lot of fun with it, but it is not the best. Rao said this chapter felt 30 pages long and I loved every second of it. Yes. That's the benefit of going back and forth between different storylines. You feel like something happened this week. It's great. Mohammed Usama said, big fan, my first time ever catching up on anything live. Love from Pakistan. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate you. Thanks for joining.
Savage.
Let's see. As the Phenom said, headcanon, King is a Sky PN like Rouge, same wings, but just black, I think. His ancestors were kicked off of their Sky Island for something, maybe brutality, tying it to the fallen angel lore. So I think that that's actually disproven because of what Marco said in the last chapter, with him definitively being someone from the Red Line or the Red Wall, which I don't know if that's supposed to be something different. You know, that's what they called it in the Viz. And I don't know. I don't know if that's supposed to be like just like a cute nickname that Marco has for it. Let's see. Fable said, what's more hype, a Robin fight or a Sanji Zoro tag team? Right now, the Robin fight was way more hype because of the build-up for it. I'm loving this, and I'm eating. But Robin just never had a fight. Not a real one. You know?
Savage.
Michael Mickles said, nothing changed. Momo's going to cry like a baby when they start ascending. The Hiyori reunion will be better with them looking like their parents. Yeah. from that perspective, when you think about the Hiyori reunion, I guess it is better that it happens with Momonosuke as an adult. I don't know, it's so tragic to lose one's childhood that way. That's why that's why I was always against it. That's why I'm like Team Momo get de-aged now. But, man. Things are heating up. Things are heating up, bro. Anthony G. Cruz Serrano. Do you think Sanji's genetic augmentation will remain dormant? Or will he awaken them via the raid suit fully? By the way, proud members of the Heat on Feet shirts. Oh, my man copped the certified drip.
Certified drip.
Appreciate that, man. So I talked about it a little bit earlier in the stream, but I do not think that it's going to remain dormant. I think that what's going on with Sanji is that the lineage factor, all of that augmentation, all of that is like, I believe that whatever was latent seeped out in Eni's lobby, when he was doing Diable Jambe, and is like continually grown, and he's been able to like work on it, and that the fire sure is of his passion, but it's also because he's an augmented human. And now with the raid suit, I think that it's just going to get even crazier. And because of his emotions, that's what's going to make him the best sibling. Because he can have their powers and be stronger than them because he feels. The emotions are what is actually... The lack of emotions are what are holding Ichiji, Niji, and Yonji back. Phased. With the Skypiea comparison that I mentioned, I wonder if Joy Boy was an explorer like Noland and was the one to discover the Lunarians on the Red Line. Now that's interesting. Yeah. I like that, because then we can have a sort of an inversion, sort of a play on the Noland and Calgara flashback, which realistically we haven't had yet. So we get something that's more in the line of that and pulling story elements from that. Technically Roger is the inversion of Nolan, though. But, and potentially Endgame Usopp could be another inversion of Nolan. But I like this idea. Let's see. Shin said Momo's like, I'm gonna need my dad's sword back, Zoro. That came from Ryo first. He said, do you think Momo is gonna use Ame no Habakiri now that Oda actually went through with it? He could, but the thing is he's still... Oda will definitely give us some sort of a panel of Momonosuke using Ame no Hamakiri, but if it's like a super overpowered, like, really, like, takes someone out attack, I don't know. Now, granted, Odin had a very interesting propensity for strength at seemingly birth, but Momonosuke is not shown to have that proclivity. So I don't know. But Oda has written into the story where now that Momonosuke has aged up, he could have access to some sort of like weird berserk strength because Odin had that. But I don't want that. I want him to be a scrawny little thing, string bean, and then he's just this massive dragon. But Oda's not going to do that because this is shonen, so he's going to look exactly like Odin with muscles and all this other stuff, and he's just going to have a top knot instead of the flat top.
Savage.
Shout out to Tyler McKinney, who said, do you think the sun god and king's race might be connected? There's no evidence of this. But it is possible. It's possible that Nika could have been a Lunarian that was wiped out. If the Lunarians are supposed to be the ancient race and the members of the ancient kingdom, then sure. I mean, it makes sense to me that the world government would want to go after these elementals and all of that, and if Joy Boy was an elemental himself, had the ability to produce fire and all of that. You know, I've said that the hair looks like a snake, but it also looks like it could be fire on his hair. That'd be an interesting thing where he was able to produce so much hair and so much fire that he actually was able to light his head on fire. That would be unique imagery. But, you know, we'll have to see.
Savage.
Scout Treese. Oda taking the time to show us Ashura's body when Jack gets thrown outside. That man is dead. Let me see. I'm going to go back to this in the chapter.
Savage.
Where's the chapter? There it is. I'm taking a look at the page when Jack gets thrown outside real quick. Ooh, that is what that is. Savage. Now, that better not be like a little foreshadowing or whatever for Ashura to get back up, because we know that Ashura and Jack already had like a scuffle where Ashura was able to take out Jack. I do not want a Ashura getting up and Inuarashi tag team against Jack battle. I want Ashura Doji to stay dead. Good lord. Oh, man. But yeah, I think that the point is that's supposed to infer that, you know, he's still dead. Renegade Visions, thank you. Sanji gets pissed off that he becomes an augmented human. He uses hell memories to finally combine flames with his raid suit. Thoughts? Well, I mean, then we'd have this. And, like, I love this statue, but it's technically inaccurate because we've never seen Sanji use flames with the raid suit. So I would like him to use flames with the raid suit, so then that it makes the figure accurate. But, you know, it'd be great if he uses Hell Memories, but doesn't use the time skip as the impetus, but actually uses his childhood memories from hell, right? That would be a flame that I don't even think King, who can use flames and manipulate them, would be able to handle. That would be Thriller Bark level, right? Which, you know, we can go back to Thriller Bark when he, like, turns Super Saiyan with the flames and all of that and say, see? Foreshadowing. Eric Telford said that Kaido figure is heat. Oh, this one right here? Or this one? Wait. That one. Yeah, that one's great. Yeah, both of them are great. I love them both. Jonathan Rivera, $2. Didn't say anything, but I appreciate it. If you say something, I'll try and look for it. I know I missed the super chat. Let me find that. I'll tell you what's heat though, Eric. This chapter. Aiden O'Brien. How do you think Big Mom and her crew will factor into the end of this arc, seeing as it seems likely they barely beat Kaido's crew? The thing is that it doesn't matter how strong Big Mom's crew is, they're still forces of power, and if everybody is beaten and hurting at the end, and then suddenly, like, Big Mom's crew shows up, there's not much that people are going to be able to do. So, this arc is going to end, and we're going to think it's going to end just like Thriller Bark. And then either Big Mom's crew is going to show up, CP0 is going to emerge from the shadows, Big Mom is going to get back up and show that she's not dead or lost or anything, or whatever the whatever way Oda wants to go with Big Mom. And then she's going to be a threat, and she's going to do something drastic. If the crew plays a role into that, then, you know, that's all well and good. Copyright. Do you think Momo has Boro breath? Probably. I mean, he's got flame clouds and all of that. He would just have to essentially figure out how to tap into it. That's really all it comes down to there. Rao said, Ashura's coming back. The sooner you accept it, the easier it'll be. The man is dead. Man's dead. It's over.
Savage.
He's getting buried at the end of the arc. This chapter did feel like 3 to 4 chapters instead of 1. Blondebeard said, do you think Kaido freed King at God Valley? Maybe. I mean, that's a pretty good possibility, actually. Because the idea would be that God Valley was, you know, like an extension of Mary Joa, where the Celestial Dragons had like a safe haven or something. So if they had King captured, or if that's where they moved all of the Lunarians and were testing on them. This is interesting. Yeah. What if God Valley was a Lunarian testing site? And that's where Vegapunk was. So we have no idea how old Vegapunk is. And he was like starting to figure out lineage factors and all of that, working on the elements. Maybe. Jonathan Rivera said, isn't Luffy conjuring fire with his attacks also? Yes. But there is a rubber workaround for that. In that when you heat up rubber, it's called vulcanization, enough friction or whatever, you could realistically create fire. Now, I don't know if that's what Oda's going for, or if this really is, essentially the burning of his soul, the will of Ace, or there's just a lot of progeny of the Lunarians around. Maybe the D clan are descendants of Lunarians and have Lunarian blood in them as well. And if you can actually tap into that, this is real tinfoily and all of that, and I'm just trying to justify Luffy's fire, but Red Hawk in itself is like, I don't know, it's kind of wacky to me, but I'm into it. Whatever. Ozzy Phenom said, Minks control electricity, Fishermen control water, Lunarians control fire, Oris Jr. was known as a continent puller, Earth, some big lore coming, boys. Yeah, we talked about most of that last week, but now that we have a name for the Lunarians, that's great. My guy Eric said, who would you rank as the gods of providing context in Wano? Hyogoro, Who's Who, Marco, Kawamatsu? That's a good question. Because, they've all dropped some heat. I'm going to go with Who's Who and Marco for, the overall stuff that, actually impacts the story. Kawamatsu and Hyogoro, they drop some lore and all of that, but it's, Wano-centered and, Zoro-centered. So, that's cool. Hyogoro was also, dropping some interesting things that I think 990 or whatever, when Luffy went Gear 4th and attacked with Drake, and Hyogoro saw the form, and he related it to Buddha and things like that. So, there's something there. Does the Ghost said, let's pray Megumi Ishitani gets this chapter to animate. Yeah, and it's honestly, it's better for her to animate a chapter that moves different places, because she's really great with transitions, right? So that would be something like this, where we're moving around to different areas, would be great. Personally, I'd love to see her animate the Robin fight, but that is very, centered in one area, and not necessarily key to her specialty, which is moving around and making it feel like you really just watched the movie and went places, which is what this chapter does. It makes you feel like you went places. What's up with all this Bill stuff in the chat? Get this stuff out of here. We're all trying to have fun. Stop making the mods work. I just want them to enjoy themselves, not actually be mods. Oz said he's got to go to work. Great stream. Later Savages. All hail Goda. Thanks for stopping by, man. Appreciate you. Eric said agreed. Cool. Copyright, do you think the reason Zoro resembles Ryuma is the same reason Tashigi resembles Kuina? I don't know. I don't know where Oda's going with the Kuina and Tashigi thing. And that's one of the things in the story that I actually would hope is just coincidence. But the reason Zoro looks like Ryuma is because Zoro and Ryuma are, take a lot of inspiration from monsters. With, Oda's first one-shot in the Wanted thing. So that's sort of where that all comes from. And that took place in Wano, and Oda's trying to sort of create his own, Odaverse and all that, and connect his former project to this project. So there's that. Peak fiction indeed, Conrad. Peak fiction indeed. Eric said, I wonder if we'll get the Big Mom fight same time as we get the Kaido fight. That's the fight we've seen the least of, it feels like. So my headcanon and everything with the hierarchy of everything is that King and Queen are going to have to get disposed of before we really focus on Big Mom. And so the way I see things going down right now is we have to finish all of the smaller fights. So it's like all of this stuff with Inuarashi and Jack, and with Nekomamashi and Parasparrow, like that's got to get finished before King and Queen go down. Once King and Queen go down, we can start thinking about that. But considering how tied together the Big Mom fight is with Killer versus Hawkins, that could be the wrench where it's happening either simultaneously with King and Queen, because I don't think that Oda's going to try and... Something's got to give. Something's got to change with this Hawkins stuff as well. And I don't see Killer getting out of that fight without Law's interference. So unless that fight can move closer to where Big Mom is, or if Big Mom just wrecks Kid and Law or sends them to wherever Killer and Hawkins is, I don't know how that's going to exactly play out. Or if Oda throws in some sort of ex machina and gets Big Mom out of the way for a little while, then the Killer versus Hawkins thing can happen. Yamato versus Kaido is, Yamato's definitely losing. I still think that Luffy's going to land at the roof, find Yamato hurt, and then have to make their way down. Or, now that we know, actually, I could actually go back to my original theory, I think, which is because Inuarashi threw Jack outside, or to a lower level. So if Momo brings Luffy to where that Jack fight is, Jack beats Inuarashi, Luffy takes out Jack real quick, and then has to try working his way back up, but then as he goes up, Kaido goes down, something like that. Because we have to keep the pacing moving around. That's the tough part when you're juggling everything, because everything else has to finish before Luffy's going to fight Kaido. So I don't know. Catching up on the chat. Danny Gel Martique. Randy, could it be the Big Mom wanted Sanji to marry Pudding because Judge told her Sanji's a Lunarian and she did not have that species yet? Well, I don't think it's going to be that Sanji is Lunarian. I think that it could be a situation where the Germa had their blood spliced with Lunarian DNA, and that Lunarians are key factors in this whole lineage factor thing. So if Big Mom's intelligence organization understood that, then there actually could be a tie there. I don't think it's exactly what you're saying, but I think that there could be a tie there. Jonathan Rivera. Marco, do you believe in God? Fans. Yes. Goda. Chen says, need a Kermit Savage. 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 Odaverse cameo in the new Spider-Man movie. It's funny. Let's see. Shaw Moore, Randy, how will post-Wano War ignite? It's going to have to do with the ancient weapons. It could also have to do with someone getting captured again. Luffy having a reason after becoming the Pirate King to go over to Marineford. You know, if they truly have Hancock and they've brought her back to slavery and all of that. Eric said, I actually love the idea of Luffy taking out Jack on his way up as an example of his skill with Conqueror's coding. Yeah, we need that. You know, I don't know if Oda's going to give it to us, but I would feel more comfortable with Luffy taking out Kaido if I saw him, like, dispatch a commander easily. And Jack makes sense. Maxo said Big Mom wouldn't count that as a Lunarian in her family, not pure blood enough. Yeah. Oh, what? Shirt?
Came back from the walk, yeah.
Oh, the shirt.
We'll do unboxing. Here you go.
Oh, wee. Oh, wee. Oh, man. Chrissy just came in and said that my shirt's arrived. Ooh.
Certified drip.
We about to unbox. let me get this super chat though. Justin Cross. King could have been the warden that was guarding Kaido at Impel Down, but Kaido imposed his will on him, and so King joined Kaido. That's how Kaido left. So I talked about that earlier, but I don't think that it was Impel Down, because as far as the canon is concerned and what we've been told, Shiki is the only person to successfully escape Impel Down, unless they really kept this Kaido thing under wraps. So I think that it's a situation where Kaido was either held in Marijoa or some other government facility. Punk Hazard is really the most likely, and King's Impel Down garb is just something else. So yeah, I believe that Kaido imposed his will on both King and Queen for sure, while being captured one of the many times that he was, but I just don't know if it was Impel Down. Top tier drop. Even and it also has a teardrop in it. Ooh. Ooh. I had no idea this was coming today. And I love it. And I love that it happened during the stream. Let's see.
Bro, look, he got the heat on feet, bro.
Yeah. That's Chrissy's Heat on Feet shirt. Ooh. Had to hit him with the, with the flag here. Shout out to Dan DiCarlo, my guy who designed that for me. Oh, it's the Savage Pirates flag right there. Now when things get a little, it gets a little colder out, we're gonna really get savage right here. The long sleeve, certified drip. Yeah. Whew.
Certified drip.
Oh man. Official blue for the Savage. Yeah, you know that's my color. Oh. They call it Randy Blue over here. This is my Heat on Feet shirt. I had to hit him with the tie-dye. Yep. Put some blue kicks with this, really get the heat on feet, sneakerhead. Let's go. That's the double entendre there. Oh. Don't forget, guys, if you want some merch, we got 7 days, 15% off. This I'm gonna put on right now because we need this for this chapter. This is the Heat on Feet apron. I had to hit him, because this is we got our man chefing with the heat. Anytime we see Diable Jambé, if I'm not wearing the Heat on Feet shirt, I'm gonna be cooking in the kitchen right here. Chefing it up. Let's get the let's dig for some ingredients. Got a standard Heat on Feet. See, I made merch that I wanted, people. I made this stuff because I knew I wanted to wear it. I'm happy that you guys wanted to wear it. Already got 70 sales, which is ridiculous to me. I never thought I'd sell shirts, but hey, we here. I never thought I'd be on YouTube either. We got the generic Savage. I got a lot of stuff, guys. Maxo said, "Hey, ready? What's the first thing you cooking with that apron?" Carrot stew. Oh, I like this one. This one. This one's nice. I like the material on this. This is the next level one. If you smell what the Randy is cooking. Oh man. I also went ahead and I bought the stickers and all of that, so I have the stickers here. Chrissy got the Savage hoodie. She got it in Chrissy purple. So that's fun. That's fun. Yeah. I just saw Ryo's comment after I said that. It's all good fun. You know, honestly, guys, like, I make fun of Carrot, but I actually don't hate Carrot. I just think that Oda is just underutilizing the character, especially if they're supposed to join the crew. So, you know, I'm waiting for Carrot to prove that they're worth that top 8 thing here.
Savage.
My guy Moritz Dank said, awesome stream again. Any early spoilers for 1024? Yeah, we haven't done that yet, have we? So we'll have to go ahead and do that. Let's see. Early spoilers for 1024. We're definitely going to start getting Luffy heading up, I think. We got the Heat on Feet stickers. I like that. Like that. Give me 1 second, guys. Because there was so much Heat on Feet this chapter, I actually want to put one of these Heat on Feet shirts on. I want to do it. So I'm just doing a costume change real quick. Then we'll get into spoilers. All right. Yeah. I'm loving the fit. I'm loving the fit. Let's go. Let's go. I'm loving it. Oh, man.
Certified drip.
Yeah. I was getting jealous, Barry, when you said that you got your merch today. I was like, oh, man. Hope I get mine. Yeah, we still got to keep the apron going. You know what's funny, too? The aprons have been like a top seller. It's like the funny... Everybody loves the meme items. Galaxy said, R.I.P. No live Randy strip. Yeah, guys, we gotta... OnlyFans. Oh, man. All right, I'm gonna run through the chapter again, and we're gonna start thinking about spoilers. All right, let's see. Death Adder said Randy needs the apron to cook up his theories. Yeah. That checks. That checks out. Oh, that was so much fun. Oh, man. Still got 400 people in here. You love to see it. I'm loving this color spread. When it's all put together, I might have to, if it's real nice, might have to do something with it. Best page of the chapter was the first page. Shout out to the Queen. Loving the team up. Loving the lore from Marco. Loving the interactions between Izo and Marco. Izo has no idea that Kiku is dead, right? That's gonna hit later. Loving this, loving this, loving this. That Sanji attack, though. Couldn't he have just given us a name for that? I mean, it looks like rotisserie. But you know, we'll see. I'm just surprised that King made Zoro like really drop his swords out here. So he's gonna have to go and pick those back up. Oh, he did pick them back up. He got them back immediately. I can't afford to lose here. You can't afford to lose at all. That's the that's what you that's the promise you made to Mihawk. So in my reread here, which is really just me scanning through, I'm at the Hyogoro page again. I'm scanning pretty fast. And then we get that panel of Ryuma. Now it's interesting that Ryuma like was a one-eyed samurai, but he also has like another scar under his other eye. Jack's hybrid just looks ridiculous. And I don't mean that in a good way. I don't mean like Oda level ridiculous. It's good to see Inuarashi getting some, you know, some licks in before he dies, though. Alright, Neko, Raizo, Fukurokuju, and then this Momo stuff here. Alright. So, I think part of me wants to say that we would see Momonosuke like base 28-year-old form, but I don't think so. I think Oda's gonna hold on to that, and we're just gonna have pink dragon Momo for a while. But we're going to. You can't say let's go take back Wano and not have a panel of them flying towards Onigashima next chapter. I think that's fair. We need them to like start getting up there. I don't think that they'll actually land until 10:25 or after, but the forward momentum will happen. I think it's high time we get some information on Denjiro. I also think that this is a perfect time, if it is Hiyori that was the storeroom silhouette, the next chapter, now that we have confirmation about all of this Momonosuke stuff, the next chapter could tell us who the storeroom silhouette was. That's what I would do. And Denjiro running into that person being Hiyori. I would like if it was Toki, but I think at this point, with everything going on, Toki would just disrupt the story more than help. But if it's Hiyori, then that works. We get Denjiro and Hiyori. Either way, I think something with Denjiro next chapter. A little more Sanji and Zoro. Maybe raid suit. We know that it's coming, but we're not going to get. I don't think we're going to get a full chapter of it yet. We have to let some other things breathe. It is possible to follow up on Inuarashi and Jack, Neko and Perospero, if Oda wants to like wrap that up and finish that up. It could also be time for Oda to just if Oda has any plans for the other Straw Hats, the next chapter would be the opportunity to let us know where they are and like what they're doing real quick. Very small vignettes, like if they're like making their way towards the live floor. I think that the next 2 chapters are like primed to let us know that like they're heading to the live floor as well because their fights are done. But I think the things I'm going to stake my claim on right now, because this is sort of a situation where a lot of things could happen now, especially knowing that 1025 ends the volume. I'm going to say, and I could be wrong, that we'll get a hint towards the storeroom silhouette, and we'll get something with Denjiro. Not a whole chapter, something small, something to just set things up. And we'll definitely get a panel of Luffy and Momo riding towards Onigashima. Everything else is sort of up in the air. I'd like to see what's going on with some of the other Straw Hats, if they're coming down. More Sanji and Zoro, always welcome. Always, always, always welcome. We could get... Now that we know that Luffy's on his way, we could really see Kaido having defeated Yamato. That could be like the closing. That's definitely going to happen, I think, in the next 2 chapters. We're going to see Yamato defeated. Because obviously there's no way that they're going to win. We got a new subscriber to any, we got like 400 people in here. If you're not subscribed, hit subscribe. It will pop your name up on the screen. So yeah, I'm gonna think about it. I always give my my early spoilers, and then I sort of marinate it, and sometimes it changes by the time I get the analysis out. Yeah. Would love if the next chapter was Inuarashi dying, because if we're going to set up Luffy versus Jack, then like we need that. And we already have Inuarashi saying we don't care if we have to lay down our lives to usher it in. So then we just have, Jack finish him off. Luffy lands, finds Inuarashi's dead body, finishes Jack off. Pause. And that could be that could set us up for, the next 2 chapters. But what could be the devastating thing that ends volume 101? Yeah. I don't know. We'll have to talk about that next week. So... Oh, the truth is out about the cheese, huh? Chrissy's out here spilling my biggest secrets. Telling the world my kryptonite. Oh wow, Chrissy's really airing me out in the chat. Oh god. Chrissy is the cook. She really is. She's going to get more use out of this than I am. I'll be wearing this whenever Sanji puts some heat on feet, or if it's a Sanji chapter, or if Sanji shows up. If Sanji's in the chapter, I think the apron's got to go on. Yes. Everybody knows about cheese. I cannot eat it. I cannot smell it. I can't be around it. It's like kryptonite. Cheese on feet. Oh, man. This is hilarious. You didn't have to do me like that, Chrissy. I thought what we had was real. Alright, guys. I think I'm going to start wrapping things up here. If anybody's got some last questions or anything like that, you know, let's throw them out. Let's handle it. Let's get this handled, guys. Now I got my own apron sama. Yeah. When the chapter's too ridiculous, I'll go like, oh. Shout out to Roger. Let's see. People have been sending me this Uteron thing about chapter 1031 that apparently Onigashima is supposed to fall. We'll see. We'll see. The only thing that I know about 1031 is that it is my birthday chapter, and it will be a day of big flex. Can't wait. It's going to be my favorite chapter ever. Death Adder. Join the channel. Another one. Appreciate you. Thank you. Probably getting pretty close to another emoji. I'll check later. I think it's... We're at like... I think last time I checked we were at like 110 members. And we need 125 for a new emoji. Let's see. All right. Mostly 1031 is in the middle of volume 102, huh? Interesting. Would have been crazy if it was like what would end volume 102, but no, it will be in the middle. Yeah. It's supposed to come out around November 15th. Why can't it just come out on October 31st? Come on, Oda. Renegade Visions, thank you again, my man. Savage Pirates, Randy, the captain. Kermit D, Right Hand Frog Zoan. Chrissy, the cook. Robane, Nico Robane, the fighter. Mars, the apprentice. LOL. Let's collab one day, bro. You do, you got a YouTube Renegade Visions? Is that what you're telling me, man?
Savage.
That's funny, though. I like that a lot. Yeah. I think Chrissy's the right hand in the cook, though. Kermit D can be the frog zone. What would Kermit D be? Kermit D can be the helmsman. People are laughing at Robane. Yeah. Nobody cared until I read the polyglyphs. I had a lot of fun doing that. Giovanni Velez said that he has a birthday chapter this year, first time. Yeah. I've been waiting 24 years. Or should I say it's taken 24 years for me to have a birthday chapter. 1031, coming soon. Can't wait. Oh yeah. Can't forget Eddie. He's the musician. Ed D. Heartthrob, the musician. And certified savage. Got quite the crew here. Any new devil fruit I'd want to appear in One Piece? We definitely need some sort of a plant fruit. That's probably green bulls. Paper would be interesting. I don't know what else. Yep. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna stop. I think I'm gonna wrap things up here. Look out for the analysis. Okay. Again, a reminder that next week will be at a different time. Okay, because I'm taking Mars to the beach for the first time. Me and Chrissy are taking Mars to the beach, so I'm gonna do the stream early, which for everybody in Europe and beyond, that way it'll probably be maybe even easier for you. So if I do it at 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. my time, which I start at 12:15 p.m. my time, so it'd be like 2 to 3 hours before. It'll be a little different for everybody that's not on the East Coast in America. It's probably going to be too early for you, but hey, you want to catch up. I just we got to read the chapter either way. I'm going to decide as we get a little bit closer and I understand the mechanics of our itinerary and everything like that. I'll make a community post. I'll also probably put the announcement for the review in advance so that you'll see it on YouTube. It'll be there. It'll say the time. That's when we get to 10:25. We'll be back to our normal time of 12:15. But for this time, Giovanni Velez said it's going to be 9:25 then. Probably. Let's be honest. I'm not hot. Chid said stream on the beach. I'll probably do my analysis from the beach. I'll pull a Morge and I'll do like a vacation analysis. I'll bring my camera and I'll shoot the analysis. Yeah. So we'll figure that out. Again, guys, don't forget you can cop your merch. We got the I Heart OP shirts out now. Link is below. All right. For any fans of the Heart Pirates, take a look at it. We got the Opie Opie no Mi. We got layers to this. Layers to the drip. I love OP. I love Opie Opie no Mi. If you're a Law fan, you love this shirt. If you love One Piece, you love this shirt.
Certified drip.
Yeah. Got tie-dyes, all this. Heat on feet. Savage. Get your aprons. Get your shirts. Oh, yeah. Yep. We got Ryo dropping the link to the Discord, it looks like. Yep. You guys can join the Discord. Van of Greyfire said beach episode. Yeah, we get in a beach episode. Alright, guys. I'll catch up with you. Thanks again for hanging out. Always love the support. These are the highlights of my week here, guys. I will see everybody soon. And I'll keep you guys updated. Later.